Okay, so I should have done a little more for investigating. Look.
A bookmark.
Very useful bookmark. Yes.
Or is it?
Or is it? Well, it's not text. It's actually a clue. It tells us how to place these on the wall. So, left, down, right, up. Left, down, right, up. Left, down, right, and you shall go up. We shall enter this very ancient looking device. On. There we go. Isolation chamber for Bowers has been disconnected. Not quite sure where Bowers' thing is, but we shall get there. Okay, that's a camera, as I can see from the sweeping motion. Where is the crazy man now? Where is our crazy friend? I'm assuming Bowers is probably in this end one. No, it's not. Hold on, is that Bowers? P. Okay, I should really pay attention to these codes. That's P. That's U. U is number 2. E is number 7. So SU SU something E. SUPE. SUPE something. Yes, SUPE. Where is 6? Oh, Jesus. SUPE. Where is Bowers? Thankfully that guy's blind and can't see us at that distance. But very short vision. SUPE something E. Ah, Mason Bowers.
This must be Mason Bowers' room, and it's got security lights on. I'm toast if I walk into that.
Yeah, I need to... Hold on. I thought I turned the lights off.
And it's a security station, and it's only monitoring one cell.
Yes, this is literally off.
And it's a security station, and it's only monitoring one cell.
Well,
Candle,
we're going to save it, and we're going to check it.
Guess it'd be like Lincoln, leads by candlelight.
Right. Oh, hello. Goodbye. Hello. What the heck? Oh my goodness. I live in the shadows. And they shall never find me. You shall never find me, you idiot. Mwahaha. You gonna... Yeah, you go make love to your friend in there.
This is Mason Bowers' cell.
I know.
I need to find all 7 letters for this This must be Mason Bowers' room, and it's got security lights on.
Found the letters. Well, we found most of the letters. That's neat. How do I take the letters? Oh. Interesting. We have 5 letters.
I need to find 7 circled red letters.
Yes, I know. We go.
Looks like a dungeon. Mason Bowers must be held captive down here.
Which one's... Oh, I don't know how he's this blind, but he is. Thankfully. And he's blind. Thank you. Thank you, game, for making these people blind.
Wisdom.
Ah!
Rebirth.
I figured it out. We've got the letters. We've got the letters.
I need to find all 7 letters for this sign.
I've literally looked at every sign. Tex, you idiot. Which letters do you not have? Tex, get in the storeroom and tell me what letters you don't have. You have 7. Combine them.
That accomplished nothing.
Tex. Combine them. Combine them. You imbecile.
That was a waste of time. I need to find 7 circled red letters.
Yes, you have 7 circled red letters. Tex. How do we establish what order they go in? I guess back to the headmaster's office to figure that one out.
4 or 5 crates, all addressed to Charles Foster Kane.
Although I'm pretty sure I know what order they go in. I'd assume they go in the order of the numbers that are on the wall.
I need to find 7 circled red letters.
Yes, this says you have 7. Hold on.
I need to find all...
Yes, I know. This. Interact. Oh. We did it! We're in. Ooh. Nearly lot of dodging.
Bowers?
Mason Bowers?
Mason Bowers. Anybody home? Bowers? Yeah, you don't remember anything, do you?
Nope.
I'm gonna have to bring something back to cut you out of here.
No. They told me.
I'm scared.
Scared? Yeah, I'm scared too. But these people, they're trying to hurt you. I'm here to help you, okay? But to do that, I need your help. Look, have you got anything at all that I can use?
Yeah, come on,
anything in
Mason.
your pockets?
Mason, the numbers, Mason.
Just this.
Yeah, those are nice. I need you. Say, look,
Those are mine.
relax. Stay here. Yeah, I'll be back, and you have a great day.
Those are mine. Those are mine. Thief! 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 Come back here! Where did you go? Thief! They're mine! Thief! You come back here! You come back!
Seeing Bowers so unbalanced and paranoid was not a real confidence builder on what the future had in store for me. I'm dealing with something far beyond my level of expertise, and I need some professional advice from my new best friend,
Dr. Kate
Donahue.
Day number 6. Mason, I see. Oh. Yeah, I'm not gonna read through all that. That's too much reading. I thought we established this, me and Tex. There's too much words and books.
Glad to see you're still alive.
Thank you. I am glad I'm alive too. Well,
Just what my mom used to say.
So your test results came back.
I'm
Have
not
you ever
pregnant.
been in the military or undergone any behavioral therapies?
I mean, Tex does need some behavioral therapies.
No. Well,
No,
not that I can remember.
Back around 2020, a controversial therapy was developed, initially to help victims of trauma. It was known as a trance inducer. Nanites were used to target specific memories,
I don't
blocking
remember
brain
that.
signals, essentially erasing the traumatic memories. The military started to use it to treat post-traumatic stress, but then they and other government agencies discovered more off-label purposes.
And somehow it's ended up in my system.
Whoever injected you coupled it with a verbal cue, a trance key. It's a phrase spoken to trigger a response. To restore your memory, you need an antidote serum known as a trance interrupter, and then the trance key.
Okay.
Great. Now, could you tell me where I might find those?
That's the bad news. But if you get the serum and your key, your recall should be strong as ever.
Nice.
Will I be able to play the piano? Forget it.
Now, about me.
Let's just keep this professional, shall we?
Oh, do we have to? Fine. Taylor.
I don't think you could do much better. And yes, I mean that the way it sounded.
Fair enough.
I believe he runs a diner over by Telegraph Hill.
And my memory loss.
I've dealt with many cases of amnesia, but nothing exactly like this.
Interesting. Trans interrupter serum.
I've checked around, and it's not stocked by any medical facilities.
And my trans key.
You'll need your trance key to restore your memory, and the only way you'll find it is to get it from the person who injected you with the trance inducer.
Gotcha.
I have no idea what the trance key might be, of course, but it would likely be a short, fairly unique phrase.
Interesting. As I slowly slouch more and more into my seat.
Before I return to Cézanne, I'll need a laser blade to cut Bowers free, the trance interrupter serum, and its trance key.
Phone message waiting.
That's true.
Phone message waiting.
Oh, we have a phone message.
Phone message waiting. Phone message waiting.
Mr. Murphy, please tell me you have news about Mason.
He's being held at a place called Cézanne, which is some crazed cult where the lunatics are in charge. I'm not going to alert the police because they might dispose of Mason. I think I better handle this myself.
But why would you put yourself in so much danger?
Because someone's taken 7 years of my life from me and I want it back. If there's a way I can discover what happened and somehow restore my memories, I'll take that chance.
Well, I hope you do get that chance. My name is Thompson Alt. I'll get back with you soon. Good luck, Mr. Murphy.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Victorian. And so, we are left with this. Bowers baseball.
Well, these baseball cards may open the drawer in Mason Bowers' safe.
That is true. That is true. So let's head on over to Mason Bowers, which is the resort, I believe. Beach house?
Before I return to Cézanne, I'll need a laser blade to cut Bowers free, the trance interrupter serum, and its trance key. Man, this is a nightmare. I fly back to the beach house to see if the cards Mason had on him can be used here. When I arrive, there's a familiar face waiting at the door, looking for an update.
Lundy!
You found Mason.
Hey,
is he
got
okay?
Not physically, but mentally he's had a taste of his own medicine and it doesn't suit him.
Where is he?
It's a place called Cézanne, and I can't tell whether he's being held for his own protection or against his will.
So, what do we do now? If we don't know why he's there, we shouldn't get the police involved, right?
Yeah, these boys play for keeps. I'm afraid if we break in on him, Mason may disappear for good.
You said you don't think he knows who he is. What does that mean?
He's been shot up by something called the trance inducer. And if we don't get Mason's memory back, all three of us may be stuck at this dead end.
I'm so grateful you're doing this. I don't know who else I could turn to. I still care for Mason. We haven't been close in a long time. You seem so tough and self-reliant.
Well, being a PI is a very rough business.
Isn't the rough business always more exciting? Maybe when Mason is back to his normal state and out of danger.
Look, I'm no hero. I'm doing this to get my memory back. But perhaps later we could talk about this.
Perhaps is so full of possibilities. Is there a more intriguing or tantalizing word?
Perhaps. But right now I've got to find something to help me get Mason out of Cézanne.
I'll leave you to it. Good luck, Tex. I've got to go. But you know how to get a hold of me if there's anything you need.
Well then. Looks like I've got some censoring to do in future episodes. But for now, we have to look through his drawers. And yes, I mean that exactly as it sounds.
I don't get it. I just don't get it. These women, why are they interested in you?
Maybe you need to get your optical sensors checked.
Wow. Between Ariel, Taylor, and the look Mojo was giving you, I'd say losing 7 years has done wonders for your charisma. Hey, have you considered wiping a few more? Oh, and that was a nice catsuit, by the way. Can we pick up one in my size?
Okay. Glad you got that out of your system. Need to open a drawer though.
This must be the trance interrupter medication. And there's only one dose.
Oh, great. Use it on ourselves!
Sometimes a cigar is just a cigar, if you know what I mean.
Yes, I know what you mean. Right.
Yeah, that's about the
I
only
don't think there's
sailboat I can
anything else in this office that's going to be any use
No,
to
that's
us.
not important.
Does he have any video calls? I think we might have to head back
Some
to
crates
Chandler Avenue
should never be opened.
as we search for more clues. And we could also do with that laser kitty thing. Hold on. The serum's in here. Where's the card? Back to Chandler there. Let's ask around, see if anyone has any more information for us. First of all, we shall head downstairs.
A bell will be placed in the lobby if a clerk is on duty.
There's a bell right here.
Always happy to help out my best tenant.
Thank you. Do you know anything about a laser blade?
Not a clue.
Well, that's not helpful. What about Bauer's trans key?
Nope.
Well, you're very useless. Trans interrupter?
Let me think. No.
You are completely useless. What about our new friend?
Having a detective hanging around isn't exactly great for business, Tex. I'm gonna have to start charging you.
Well, do that. Do you have a laser blade?
I've got some whips, chains, handcuffs, that kind of thing. But nothing like a laser blade.
And why not?
Sounds like a roofie. I want my clients wide awake.
Fair enough.
Keep this up, and I need to start charging you.
Well, we'll get out of here before you start charging us. Oh, door. We like our previews.
Seriously, we are the dynamic duo, don't you think?
Sure.
So what have you come up with?
Well, Robin, a laser blade.
No.
Oh, I didn't even know that was a thing. Asking?
No.
Serum.
Don't know about that.
Seriously. Man, Count Saint
We were
Germain.
talking about some stuff. Tesla, Romanovs, Fabergé, that sort of thing. He sure seems to know a lot about everything.
Well, that's our 3 cards. Let's go to Holly before we work our way back down the street.
Hey Tex, how's your case progressing?
Not too bad, Holly, but what about a laser blade?
Does not compute. Seriously, can't help you there.
Can't or won't?
Does not compute. Seriously. Can't help you there. Can't help you there.
Well, that one does compute, but you just can't help.
Due to my restrictive protocols, I can only confirm that Count Saint Germain is currently a guest at our hotel.
Well. Well. That means it might lead us back to the hotel. But first.
Perhaps I've been wrong about you, Murphy. What can I do to help?
Laser blade.
What is that?
Oh, come on, you sell all sorts of things. You must have a laser blade.
Are you going to ask me about everything you've ever heard of?
Yes. Yes, I am. Including a troop zero.
No. Next.
Troop zero. Trans zero.
Interesting fellow. He was particularly interested in anything to do with Nikola Tesla. He mentioned that he stayed at the Golden Gate Hotel.
I already established that one.
Not again. You're gonna get me fired.
Or worse.
Or worse. You
Please
think we got something that expensive here? And you know you gotta have a license to carry one, right? Look, I have one of my own. I'll give it to you. But only if you swear that it squares us up. I don't know if this has anything to do with this trans key you're talking about, but after that 48 Pandian flew off, I circled back. I took a quick look around and saw a fresh hypo on the ground along with a few cards. I grabbed them. If you want them, just don't tell the cops I gave them to you.
Of course I want them.
Sorry.
So, has he given us these items, or... Yes, he has. That is nice to see. So we've got serum, we've got a laser blade.
These 4 of clubs cards were found scattered all over the alleyway by Zach after the abduction. I think Bauer's trance interrupter key may be the phrase 4 of clubs.
It might indeed. So in that case, we have everything. We have the serum. We have the key. We have the laser. We should go rescue him. But first,
still can't believe I'm working with the one.
Let's just ask people the question, you know?
What can I do for you, sir?
Do you know anything about the laser blade that I possibly already have? No, because I can't ask.
Don't know.
Well, useless.
Whatever you need, Mike. Just ask.
Serum. Do you sell trans interrupter serum?
Sorry.
No. Okay. Well, I'll just take a coffee then. Can't Saint Germain.
Big guy? Talks like he should be on the radio. Yeah, he came in the other day. Didn't seem too impressed with my cuisine.
Yeah, it's not the greatest, I'll be honest. But I do like your brews. Just not so much your stews. And it's now time to go on a rescue mission! Okay. We don't have to go around.
How are you today? How's everything going here at the camp? 4 clubs. 4 clubs. 4 clubs, Mason. Come on, wake up. Come on, don't be deaf, dumb, and stupid. Please, Mason, wake up. That's it. Come on.
Tex.
Yes.
Where are we?
You don't want to know.
In a whole lot of trouble.
Is that the trans interrupter? What have you done?
You can thank me later.
But you restored my memory. I'm the one who blocked it.
What? Why the hell would you do that?
Oh, God. Now they can find out everything I know. How could you do this?
Oh, well, maybe because I want my memory back. Your friend said you're the only one who could help.
My friend?
Yeah, the one who came for the cryo chamber.
So he has it. The cryo chamber's safe?
Yes, he has it. So where do I get more serum? There was only 1 dose in your safe. And what the hell's my trance key?
Margaret injected you. She's the only one who could have helped you.
Yeah, and she's dead. And I'm pretty sure her head was the main ingredient in that soup can of yours. Why'd you cut off her head?
I didn't. It was Maldonado. I don't think I could have done it.
Yeah, well, don't mince words, because it was your idea.
Margaret double-crossed us. She came up with her own plan, but I think we stopped her before she could give it to the translator.
I'm very confused. We came
You know,
down,
totally insane.
and now
She knew
we're
things,
not
but
underground.
she'd given up hope.
Are we in like a rock
However,
face?
some of us still believe. It wasn't fair for her to take those things to the grave. And I have the technology to tap what's inside her memories.
Even after
death.
Well, I stand corrected. You are insane.
That's a long way down.
You were in on it with us. We were all looking for the Tesla egg. But you're the one who found it in the wall of your apartment. I was still working from the inside, letting you all know what the translator was doing. By then, Margaret had stolen the egg and disappeared. I was afraid she'd switch sides, so I hired Maldonado to do surveillance on the Ritz, hoping she'd show up.
Yeah, and she did. She and that big mutant came by and injected me.
I caught up to her at the door of her apartment. All I wanted to do was talk, but she clutched her chest and collapsed. Dead before she hit the floor. Decapitation was the last resort.
So when does the abduction come in?
I called Maldonado just when the translator's henchmen arrived. Maldonado brought the cryo chamber while I created a diversion. While they were chasing me, he did the deed. Then I used the transducer on myself.
Okay.
We'll rendezvous with my friend. We gotta find that egg before the translator does.
All right, but let's swing by and get your wife, too, because she's been worried sick about you.
My wife?
Yes.
I don't have a wife.
Very good, Tex. You continually impress.
The cryo chamber. It holds your answers. Don't let him find it.
Well, I hope he sprouted wings. But he ain't surviving that. And we are back in the hall.
Welcome back, Tex. You certainly have a gift for making things interesting.
Yeah, it's a gift that just keeps on giving.
I assume you have no idea who we are.
Well, let me just save some time here. I have no memory of you or anything else since this bastard here shot me and my girlfriend 7 years ago.
Yes. Margaret made sure of that, didn't she? Willing to die just to keep you out of the equation, undermining me at every turn, right up until the end.
I need to know one thing. Did you kill Chelsea?
You could say that.
Don't move.
Bruce,
it's a long story, Tex. Maybe some other time.
Just tell me what happened to Chelsea.
Dalton, would you please answer Tex's question?
My pleasure. We'd stolen your speeder, of course. After I sedated you and Chelsea, you were taken to a place where we could search your memories for leads to Margaret Leonard's whereabouts. When that failed, I staged Chelsea's death, attempting to draw Leonard out of hiding. We left identifiable DNA inside your burned-out speeder.
Which, incidentally, was uninsured.
Leonard didn't fall for it, unfortunately. Eventually, we let Chelsea go, and I never saw her again.
This was all before I returned. I've never seen Chelsea.
I haven't seen her either, as far as you know.
So Chelsea's alive, somewhere.
I don't know, or care.
And you are?
That's nice of you.
I am the translator.
Is translating your profession or a hobby?
It is my mission and my destiny.
Well, I guess that makes 1,000,002 questions that I have. Everything would be a lot easier if you just unlocked my memory.
I would if I could, Tex, believe me. Unfortunately, Margaret took your trance key to her grave.
What? I'm supposed to believe that I'm on your guys' side for whatever's going on here?
That's right. We're all in this together.
We united in a common goal. It was a goal Margaret and I used to share many years ago. But she lost hope after I died.
You're Joe Hansen? Margaret Leonard's husband? The FBI agent who stole the Tesla cash?
I am. And I did. But when I learned what we'd taken from Tesla and buried in our vaults, what amazing technologies he had to offer the world, it became my dream to complete his work. But then I was diagnosed with terminal cancer. I had little time left, So we decided that I should be preserved in a cryogenic state in hopes that a cure could be found someday.
But now you're here, alive again. So who's the one who brought you back?
Margaret refused. She said it wasn't safe yet. I tried to pressure her and she disappeared.
In the end, it was Mason who completed the reanimation.
What was it like?
Indescribable. I saw eternity.
Okay, now you're being melodramatic.
And I returned with a renewed sense of purpose. I finally saw the true vision of Tesla's work.
So if Mason brought you back, why did he turn against you?
Margaret can be very persuasive. I think she convinced Mason that my work was too risky. But she couldn't convince you, Tex.
I'm a little lost here. Why do you need me?
Margaret held one last piece of the puzzle.
The
Tesla
egg.
egg. It is the nucleus of the atom. Without it, the spirit radio has little effect. But with it, the veil between living and dead will vanish, and we will all exist within the immortal coil. We have work to do.
The tower.
You're free to go, Tex.
These guys must be playing some kind of mind trick on me. This has got to be a setup of some kind.
Tex, buddy, I'm afraid I haven't been totally straight with you. But over the last 7 years, you have become a lying, womanizing, duplicitous, two-timing cutthroat who plays both sides against the middle for money, and is partners with the gentleman who just left the room. I thought you could just walk away from the person you'd become, but I see that fate may have something else in mind.
The Talking Dead, or Lost in Translation.
After I returned from Ceysan, I called Alt to tell him Mason Bowers had taken a 40-foot leap. The guy was so broken up, he hung up the phone. I'm not sure if Bowers' death ended Alt's interest in this whole sorry mess, but my gut tells me I'll need his help if I'm ever going to solve this case. I decided to visit St. Germain to find more information about the Tesla egg.
So, how goes the investigation? I don't suppose you have any news regarding that egg we talked about?
Well, everybody's talking about the Tesla egg, but I think I've got a lead on it.
Ah, the egg of Columbus, the copper egg. Unveiled by Tesla at the Chicago World's Fair in 1893, it was the very heart of a small prototype that, some say, would become his most notorious invention.
But you seem underwhelmed, and that's not good.
You know the story of Tunguska?
Well, I do now.
If you believe, as many do, that the Tunguska explosion was caused by the Tesla death ray, and you believe that the Tesla egg is a core component of the death ray, well, then the egg would be of immense fortune. Tell me, what do you believe, Mr. Murphy?
I believe you know a lot more than you're telling me.
Are you familiar with Paradise Lost?
Isn't that one of those resorts for swingers?
Paradise Lost is a poem about the great divide in heaven when Lucifer was cast out. After his banishment, Lucifer swore revenge and created an army of his own. He and his followers waited in darkness for their chance to strike back at the god who cast them out. After a 3-day battle against the faithful angels, the forces of evil were banished from heaven for all eternity.
Well, I like it when the good guys win.
Yes. But what if the war were not over? What if Lucifer had not been defeated but lay in wait, preparing for his chance to overthrow heaven?
Yeah, what about?
Well, debating hypothetical fairy tales is a little nerdy for me.
Look at the world around you. Did heaven win the battle? Man has created hell on Earth. And the longer man exists, the further he descends from the wisdom and discernment needed to overcome the darkness. At his core, he is a grasping, clawing, foolish creature, willing to commit any sin to appease his base and greedy nature.
I thought I was jaded. You really think we're as bad as all that?
There are still some who give me hope. You, I'm not sure about. Your role, whether for good or evil, has yet to be determined.
He's not so bad. Does he have the egg?
No, my dear. Entirely the wrong egg. An interesting trinket, to be sure, but not the egg I'm searching for.
Well, if it isn't Ariel Bowers. You know, I hope I pronounced that correctly because Bowers doesn't have a wife.
Great work, Detective. How long did that take to figure out?
Not long. After Bowers told me.
I have to confess, I haven't been totally honest with you on some
really?
things.
Just some?
I didn't know who you were when you first interrupted my own search of Bowers' place.
And what were you doing there?
I work for an organization you wouldn't have heard of. We're based out of St. Petersburg.
Florida.
Russia.
Russia.
How about you?
I don't work for anyone. Just the greater good. And my own little passions, of course. Ariel and I have crossed paths on several occasions. This time we seem to have some objectives in common, so we pooled our resources.
Yeah, I'm well familiar with Ariel's resources. How common are your objectives and mine?
That depends. You the kind of man who lets innocent people die?
Not normally, no.
Now you mention it.
You've heard of the Tesla Legacy Society. At one time, it had a membership of hundreds. After Charles Johansson died, the numbers dwindled. Some time ago, all those people vanished without a trace. I'd hoped to find some answers from Bowers.
Oh, I got news for you. He's not dead. He's back.
He's the translator, I presume.
The one building the immortal coil. You say you like it when the good guys win? You plan on doing anything about that?
Oh, sure. Leave it to me, as always. What are you two gonna do about it?
This is not my battle to fight.
He knows me. I won't be able to get close to him like you can.
You shall have to find the Tesla egg first. Of course.
Great. I didn't even think of that. Well, if you don't have any more helpful tips...
Until we meet again, Mr. Murphy. And something tells me we will.
Until next time. Kiss for luck. You'll need it.
After visiting with St. Germain, the former Mrs. Bowers invites me to a place called the Resort and says she has information to exchange.
Oh, information time.
Well, well. If it isn't Dudley Do-Right. Caught me red-handed.
Well.
And if it isn't Natasha Vitale, you and Boris Barinov have certainly pulled a fast one on me.
Saint Germain isn't part of this. He's a collector looking for the Fabergé egg. I'm an agent looking to infiltrate the translator.
Let me guess. You specialize in undercover operations.
No, I really am. The organization I work for, you couldn't pronounce it, but in English it's called the White Guard. We've been monitoring the translator for years. We've had our eye on you as well. So are you going to interrogate me?
Sure.
I have so much to confess.
Oh, I'm sure you do. You seem to know a lot about this immortal coil thing.
I'll be honest. I need your help, Tex. And I can help you. But I had to find out where your loyalties were.
So, how are you going to help Tex?
Really? Well, what about me? When do I find out about you and where your loyalties lie?
That's why we're here, together, alone. I hope you don't mind. I took the liberty of ordering some food. Should be here any minute. I thought we could have a bite, get to know each other a little better.
Set the spider to the fly.
I told you, Tibbs, I've had my eye on you for a while. And as you know, I'm not married. Who knows what lies ahead?
What lies ahead? That may be the truest thing you've ever said to me.
It's a rough world out there. Any of us could be dead tomorrow. I live in the moment. And right now, I want that moment to be with you.
Ariel,
Commitment.
I have any number of reasons to keep you at arm's length. But right now, I just need one. There's a woman that I care about. I might even be in love with her. And until I know for sure, I can't afford to live in the moment. No matter how gorgeous or enticing that moment might be.
I know things you might want to know.
I'm sure that you do. But if they come with strings attached, I'm not interested.
I'm not interested.
Okay, I promise. No strings attached. That must be the food.
Yeah, if we wanted strings, we go downstairs in the Ritz.
No changing.
Hey, cowboy.
Of course.
I was hoping I'd find you here.
Yeah. You're not going to be happy. Prepared to break up. Friendly dismissal.
Taylor, it's so good to see you, but boy, am I pushed right now. You know, maybe we could talk tomorrow over breakfast.
I'm thinking a massage, a can of Red Bull to get you back into fighting shape. I'm sure you can go at least a couple rounds.
For one, huh?
Okay. There's a woman in my bathroom.
Oh.
Not bad.
Why is there a woman in your bathroom?
Ready to eat?
Well, I guess you can ask her yourself.
I'm famished.
That seemed to just like skip forward on its own. Weird.
I hope you ordered enough for 3.
So is this her?
Menage a Tex. As tempting as that option of the 3 is.
This is Taylor. We're getting back together.
Who was that?
Who knows? She said she was Mason Bauer's wife, but she wasn't.
Interesting outfit.
I think she may have been trying to seduce me.
And why did she slap you?
Well, obviously she didn't succeed.
I'm glad.
Yeah, come on, Taylor. Use your brain.
So what do you want to do now?
Well, we have food coming and wine chilling.
Oh, I've got a lot of catching up to do. Sounds like a perfect way to start.
Taylor's something special, and I don't want to lose her. There's a magic she has.
This is a lot of
She's
not
so
actually having to do
accepting,
any
she puts me at
investigating.
ease.
Quite nice.
I used to believe Chelsea was the perfect one for me, but time and circumstances change, even if you don't want them to. As hard as you try, you can't go home again. Me and Taylor head back to my office on Chandler, where she insists on being brought up to speed on the case. That's good.
It's horrible what happened to Mason. And this is gonna sound terrible, but now he's gone, how are we ever gonna get your memory back?
Well, something tells me my memory may end up being the least of our worries here.
So if I've got this right, Dalton got Mason to thaw out Joe Hansen, who came back after 30 years with a few screws loose, calling himself the translator. And now he's building something called the Immortal Coil, which requires the spirit radio and the Tesla's egg, whatever that is. Do you really believe all that stuff about the radio and being able to contact this woman?
You told me yesterday that Charles Johansson could come back from the dead. I wouldn't have believed that either, except I saw him with my own eyes. This is worth a try. I just need to find out what Margaret did with the egg.
Maybe you can pick her brain. Sorry, that's mean.
Who knows? Maybe that's why they cut off her head. I mean, Maldonado and Bowers both died
let's go
protecting
find a
it,
head.
keeping it away from the translator, so maybe there's a way to tap into Margaret's memories directly from her brain. I don't know how else her head would have anything to do with the spirit radio or the immortal coil.
Well, cowboy, before you get too crazy, you might want to follow up on a lead I found for you. Called in some favors and found information on a property listed outside the city in Margaret Leonard's name. I thought we could go check it out. Maybe we'll get lucky.
Well, in order for me to get lucky, nothing unlucky has to happen to you, so I'm going by myself.
God, I love your tough guy shtick. You may just get lucky before, during, and after.
Well then. Good job, Tex.
So who is Margaret Leonard, really? Is she a modern Dr. Mengele experimenting on damaged human beings for her own gratification? And why is she the critical key to my world over the last 7 years? My head's still spinning when I spot the location 200 feet below me.